The phone rang while the turkey cooled. Not my phone, hers. It vibrated across the marble counter like something alive, relentless, anonymous. 71 missed calls stacked like a confession she couldn't bury fast enough. I didn't look at the screen. I didn't need to. I already knew who was calling. "If you want to join Thanksgiving, come wash the dishes," my daughter-in-law had barked earlier, sharp and careless, as if entitlement were a birthright. I'd replied with one word: enjoy. Then I posted the photo. The villa in Switzerland. Snowlight spilling over glass and stone. My name nowhere in the caption. The truth never needs a signature. Now the phone wouldn't stop. My wife watched it tremble, her face losing color, hands hovering but never touching. The silence between us stretched, precise and surgical. I listened to the hum of the refrigerator, the clock's soft cruelty. I felt calm. That was the first clue something in me had already broken clean. I turned the phone face down. "Who is it?" I asked. She swallowed. "Work." The lie landed softly, too softly. For years I had trusted patterns, routine, the predictable architecture of a marriage built on shared calendars and polite affection. Love had thinned into function. I mistook stability for truth. The children laughed like me, or so I believed. Same eyes, same timing. Genetics is a convincing actor. But lies leave residue. A glance held half a second too long. A password changed twice in a week. A name mentioned with careful neutrality. The CEO, always the CEO. A man whose philanthropy bought him invisibility. I noticed how my wife stiffened when his company made headlines, how she defended him without being asked, how she corrected me when I mispronounced his name. Small things, they accumulate. At night when she slept facing away, I ran the math in my head. Years, birthdays, business trips, her sudden interest in privacy. My own absence justified by work and the fantasy that loyalty survives neglect. I didn't accuse, I observed. Denial is loud. Realization is quiet. The children were grown, their futures already expensive. I paid. He smiled from magazines. The thought arrived without emotion. What if they aren't mine? I let it sit there, like a loaded weapon I had no intention of firing, yet. I moved carefully. Love teaches you where to touch. Betrayal teaches you where not to. I ordered DNA tests under the pretense of a health study. I reviewed phone records at dawn, when the world is most honest. I watched her routines like an analyst, not a husband. She sensed something. Paranoia makes people sloppy. One night she asked, "Do you trust me?" I answered truthfully, "I trust facts." The tests took weeks, weeks where I played my role perfectly, attended dinners, smiled at family jokes, paid for things I no longer felt attached to. Inside, a storm tightened into a blade. I researched the CEO, his foundation, his shell companies, the quiet settlements, the women who disappeared from headlines. Power leaves fingerprints. You just need patience. The results arrived on a Tuesday. I didn't open them, not immediately. I wanted to know who I would be after. I opened the envelope alone. 3 results, 3 clean verdicts, 0.00%. The numbers stared back, impersonal and absolute. No ambiguity, no mercy. The room didn't spin. My pulse stayed obedient. I laughed once. It sounded unfamiliar. That evening, I set the papers on the table between us. No drama, no speech. "What's this?" she asked. "Truth," I said. She scanned the pages. Her hands began to shake before her eyes caught up. When they did, something inside her collapsed. She cried, not quietly. I watched her the way one watches weather, detached, alert. "You knew," she said. It wasn't a question. "Yes." "How long?" "Long enough." She reached for me. I stepped back. That was the last movement I ever made for her. I didn't take everything, just what mattered. The house transferred months earlier, trusts adjusted, accounts realigned. A man learns leverage after losing illusions. I sent the CEO a single file, dates, messages, DNA results, a reminder that power fears daylight more than scandal. He responded within minutes. He begged. I never replied. My wife lost friends first, then access, then the narrative she had rehearsed for years. The calls came in waves, 71 times. I didn't block her. Silence is more instructive when it's chosen. On Thanksgiving, I ate alone in Switzerland. Snow erased tracks as quickly as they were made. The villa was quiet, honest. I poured wine to precision.
People think revenge is fire. It isn't. It's subtraction. I didn't scream. I didn't beg. I didn't try to be understood. I simply removed myself from the lie and let gravity do the rest. My children are not mine. That truth hurt once. Now it's clean. My wife still calls, sometimes apologizing, sometimes blaming, sometimes bargaining with memories she thinks I miss. I don't answer. Regret is her inheritance. Peace is mine. The truth didn't set me free. It taught me how to walk away without looking.